guys, this is Kim with Abundant Life Tarot, and we are in the month of July. We are doing our monthly Life, Love, and Abundance Oracle readings. Again, I am using the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle as my main deck for the monthly reading, and I'm using a very different oracle decks to also kind of complete the reading. I'll probably next month, we'll see, I don't know, I keep saying I'll do something different, but I keep being called to use the Mildred Payne for some reason, so that's what I'll do. But at some point in the future I will be called, I'm sure, to use like tarot decks or other oracle decks, so just stay tuned. I have labeled each of the signs video marks, so that way you can easily get to the astrological sign tarot reading that you are trying to get to make it easier for you. And of course, this is a general reading, so it's not going to cover for every single Cancer on the planet. It's not going to cover every single scenario, every single future outcome, because it's a general reading. If you need further insight specifically on what's coming up in your life, what's going on in your life, needing some guidance, then hop on over to abundantlifetarot.com and check out the book a reading area. I have a whole plethora of choices for reading options for you. So you head over there. I'm also on Etsy under Abundant Life Shop. So you could, check out readings that I have there, because again, this is general reading stuff. This is not for each and every for each and every person. I have to say that because every now and then someone will say, well, what about this or what about that? And it's like, okay, this is a general reading. Well, anyways, enough with that disclaimer. So just want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy your reading. Much love. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for your support. It means the world to me. And I do enjoy doing these readings, so thank you for watching. All right. See you all on the flip side. Hi, everyone. Hi, my lovely Capricorns. This is your July Life, Love, and Abundance Oracle monthly reading. And we're going to just dive right on in, because I'm sure we've got lots to discuss. All right, Spirit, we are looking at we're asking about the overall energies that Capricorns will be facing and working through and dealing with in the month of July, or when they watch this video. And we're asking for jumping cards. Thank you, Spirit. We thank you for your love and guidance that you provide us each day, each month, each moment. And we are so blessed by your love and grace. Thank you. All right, my lovely Capricorns, what I'm going to do is get all the cards on the table, lay them all out, and then we dive deep into the monthly reading. That's what I am called to do here. So we'll stick my little friends from the Dear Heart Oracle over here. Bring a little heart energy here. And then we're looking at now, what we're going to do is a 3-row, 3 to 5 cards per row spread at looking at the monthly energies that Capricorns will be working through in both life and love, and for both singles and coupled. So for the first row, we are looking at what do Capricorns, or what will Capricorns be confronting in the month of July? What will they be facing? What will they be dealing with? Likely, as they enter into the month of July, but also as the month progresses. What will they need to confront, or should be confronting, or will be confronting? Okay, work stuff. Okay. Any other messages? Yes. Okay, Spirit, what tools will Capricorns be utilizing during the month of July to help them deal with what they need to deal with, and to help them live their best life and manifest their dreams beginning in the month of July, or continuing in the month of July? Thank you. We're looking at tools. Okay. Finally, what will be the outcome cards, or what will be happening or resulting throughout the month of July for Capricorns in life, in love, and abundance? In July, for Capricorns, what are the outcome cards? Okay. Okay, my Capricorns, we're plugging along here, plugging along. Actually, I'm going to sit this over here so I have some space. What do Capricorns need to surrender or need to focus on to help navigate the storms that seem to be coming? Okay, any other messages, Spirit? Thank you. All right. Okay, then we're going to look at the love for both coupled and single Capricorns. Spirit, what's happening in the month of July for Capricorns? And what advice do you have for Capricorns? For both the coupled and the single in the month of July. Didn't feel like a jumper. That felt like a clumsy. Okay, that felt like jump. Chatty, chatty, chatty. Oh my goodness, chatty. Chatty, chatty, chatty. That is what these decks are for my Capricorns. Which is fine. We'll take it, right? We're not going to be picky about what Spirit has to tell us. We're just happy that Spirit wants to enlighten us and give us some tools to help us along our way. All right, and finally, in the abundance arena, we are looking at the forecast, or what's coming for Capricorns in terms of abundance in the month of July, and what advice do you have to help Capricorns manifest more abundance in their life in the month of July and beyond. Any other messages, Spirit? Thank you. All right. It's going to be a chatty one, guys. You might want to pause, go get you something to drink. Sit back, relax, and hear this reading. All right, I just want to make sure that you guys can see everything, so I'm scooching everything over. And I'll pull up the cards so you can look at them. Okay, let's dive in. Enough with shuffling. And so, right off the bat, what jumped was conflict. So again, these cards right here with the Dear Heart, I look at the overall overarching energies that are influencing probably majority of the Capricorns, if not all. And so this is just really just kind of telling you, like with a forecast, like a weather forecast, you may want to bring a raincoat, or you may want to do this, or you may want to do that. You may, if it's hot outside, you may want to not wear so many clothes. So it's a forecast. Does it mean that you're going to be hugely affected by that forecast? No, it just means it may come into your world and it's something to look out for. How about that? So we have conflict, we have inner light, and we have darkness, right? So conflict, inner light, darkness. And I find it interesting that the conflict is an old kind of conflict for you, an old tale in your life that's constantly a constant theme that's come from your past. It's kind of, you know, having an impact on your present, and certainly could have an impact on your future. So it's this old conflict. It could be an old family conflict that keeps coming up. It could be a conflict with a lover or a partner that keeps coming up. It could be you having conflicts constantly in the workplace, and it's a constant theme about maybe you not producing enough work, you're not performing up to par, you're not keeping up with your colleagues. So there's some kind of level of conflict. What I am encouraged though by is the inner light sitting next to the darkness. Now sometimes darkness can symbolize a time of pain. Sometimes it can symbolize a time of grief or longing or sadness, but it also could symbolize hermit mode, going within, cocooning, pulling within, not really speaking too much with other people about the situation, kind of dealing with things on your own, really having some dark nights of the soul within yourself and by yourself. And the inner light that's like kind of coming up is you having some realizations, some spiritual enlightenment, some spiritual realizations about your life, about your work life, about your love life, about your life. And yeah, it may be dark right now in the month of July, but that is, you know, a temporary thing, just like with the weather, a temporary condition. Some advice to help with the inner light part of it, the medicine here, if you will, from Spirit, is surrender to miracles. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen, and especially in the situation that is at hand that we're discussing here. This situation, if you believe and if you step out of God's way or out of the universe's way, can have a miraculous ending. But you have to believe that, and you have to step out of the universe's way. Surrender to the magic of who you are. I love this card. It's so pretty. We all have magic in us, even in the mundane aspects of life. Remember that you are a magical being with a uniqueness and worth that come from just being you. Okay. Thank you. All right. Now I want to just kind of dive into the reading, and then we'll look at the love and abundance as we delve into the cards here. So, the first card that comes up is the Factory, which automatically speaks to me of the workplace, of being industrious, of you being a hard worker, you having to do a lot of hard work, you having to be industrious. This is also talking about bringing ideas into reality. What instantly struck me, and the reason why I mentioned the workplace thing, is because this card came up. And when I saw this card, I looked and said, okay, for many of you Capricorns, this is like a sticking point and a growth point for you, an opportunity for you to have some spiritual enlightenment in your workhouse. Because you're now having to deal with a different kind of boss, for example, or a different kind of coworker or workload. And so you're adjusting, you're trying to adjust. And with that adjustment comes some conflicts within yourself about what you're capable of doing and what you're not capable of doing. And also with it outside with your peers and with your bosses and whatnot. So just know that this is just a season. It is just like the weather, right? It will come, it will go. Don't be moved and thwarted by some rain, okay? Don't be thwarted by the rain. Ankh. This is about secret knowledge. This is about spiritual enlightenment, which is beautiful, but it is about something that you come to realize, that you have an increased awareness to, that you recognize like a life lesson here. But it took a while to get here. This conflict is an ongoing conflict for you. But finally in July, you're going to get some enlightenment in this area of your life, and it's going to have a lasting life lesson for you. 20 is about boot. The boot card is about travel. So some of you will be traveling. Yay. While others of you, this is about moving forward, preparing for action, finally having some discipline in your life around, maybe weight loss or exercise or your workload, or trying to have more of a, better time management or a balance in your time management. Perhaps this is about you literally moving forward with your partner, or with maybe starting to date again. You're, moving past some of those past conflicts inside of yourself. Some of you, this is not a bad kind of situation. This is maybe you reflecting on how your heart space used to be, full of conflict, full of pain, full of strife. But you realize you came to a realization. You had some inner light situations come up that helped you through the darkness. You surrendered to the magic of who you were and are, and you knew that miracles happen. So for some of you, fortunate souls, this is more about reflection. This is about how you move forward, and maybe you relaying this story to others who need to hear it. And that's why it's coming up and why you're thinking about it a lot in the month of July. But it's also because it's a part of your spiritual enlightenment. This is also for people who are actively in the conflict stage, whether it's inner or outer conflict, but that you should be heartened to know that you will move forward and beyond this situation. And then we have the pitchfork, and the pitchfork is about rebellion, conflict, a violent uprising, individualism. So some of you are railing against the status quo, maybe at work, maybe in your family, maybe at school, maybe just anywhere, and where you have to spend a lot of time and around people every day. And so you're rebelling, and you're railing against the status quo. And that's where there's some pain points, especially for those who are dealing with this in the workplace. This card does confirm about the conflict card. So these are the cards that confirm there is some conflict going on. This is an obstacle card, so we could even say that, but we'll just kind of make that a neutral card, the iceberg card, but I guess we'll give it. We've got the devil, and we've got the storm. So for sure there is conflict going on for quite a few of you, but I think it's all gonna be just fine. Conflict means progress. It means moving forward. So that's, on the other side of conflict, in most instances, is some kind of progression, some kind of moving forward to the next phase. So that's an encouraging thing. But yeah, it's just something to be mindful of. Yeah, the conflict, and like I said, we'll talk more about the love in a moment, but it definitely is also affecting those in relationships. So some tools that you can use or will be using in the month of July, Capricorns, is coin. 50. 50 is about prosperity, gaining a better position in life, a little bit of materialism and wealth. This is about pursuing the coin, pursuing the money. It's underneath the work card here. So for some of you, perhaps now you're like, okay, well, what is motivating me? Well, I want to make more money. I want to be more successful. So you're going to be motivated, and you're going to be motivated by money. Whether that's good or bad, you're going to be motivated by that. Fortunately for you, with it being in the tool position, you will be in a place of constantly having a regular paycheck, constantly having opportunities to have some coins in your life. But there's some advice on how to make sure that the money constantly comes in. But there needs to be a focus and a shift on your abundance factor in your life. And well, you might as well just go ahead and talk about the abundance factor here since the coin card came up. So this says here, no more complaining. Complaints are affirmations of victimhood, which is never true spiritually. Take back your God-given power by affirming that you have an abundance of choice and freedom. With your increased confidence and assertiveness, watch these positive affirmations blossom into reality. That's exactly the words I wanted to say about the coin card. Is you need to watch your words, Capricorn. There's been a lot of complaining, Spirit is saying, going on, whether you're complaining about your job or the kind of work you're doing or not making enough or not making ends meet. The complaining has far surpassed the positive words of affirmations on affirming wealth, affirming prosperity. So this card coupled with this card is what this is speaking about. Another suggestion that Spirit has as far as tools go is moonlighting. It says here, you can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other job to pay the bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. Isn't that beautiful? I tell this to people all the time. I ask them, what is it that you would do for hours upon hours each day, whether you got paid or not? And whatever that is the ticket to your abundance track. So if it's a hobby, do that hobby and then see if it can be something that can turn into a moonlighting situation. If you're a tarot reader on the, just for yourself, perhaps that can blossom into a business. Perhaps you're very fashionable. You're a stylist and you have a fashion blog. Perhaps now you can start styling for people, local celebrities in the community. Sure, you can moonlight and go to work at the local McDonald's and get a side job that way. Or you could use your side opportunity time for something you're really passionate about, and then you plant that seed, and then that seed takes root, starts to grow, blossom, get bigger. The next thing you know, you're able to quit your day job. But it won't start with you not doing anything towards it. So moonlighting is definitely key. Okay, and certainly no complaining. So now we only have to talk about these cards. We can move on to life and love. Here we go. So then we have 43. 43 is the orbiculum. It's my little crystal ball here, right? So it's about sudden insights, prophetic glimpses into the future, searching for answers. And of course, it is under the Ankh card. Secret knowledge, searching for answers, stormy times. This is big emotional times for you, but progressive emotional time in terms of spiritual growth for yourself. Even deepening your empathy for others after this is that kind of shift that's going to be happening for Capricorns in the month of July. That is powerful. It is very powerful. It is a very powerful time. If you harness it, if you surrender to miracles, and if you start to surrender to the magic of who you are by moonlighting and stop complaining. Very important. The prophetic insights will come as you start to listen to your inner light. You meditate for a few minutes per day. Go on walks by yourself. Allow that time and space for Spirit to be able to have dialogue with you. If you drive, if you have commutes, Some days just don't have music on at all. Just drive with nothing on so you can get those sudden insights coming in. This is a tool for you, Spirit is saying. To access it, take advantage of it, you should if you are trying to manifest love or life. Whether you're single or you're not, whether you are, no matter where you are in your life, sudden insights are always accessible to you. You're just not making really a lot of room for it. Then we have the antidote card. I love this little card. The antidote card is a welcome remedy to a toxic problem, a cure, a balancing force against negativity. And you moving forward is like the antidote, the medicine. You saying, okay, yeah, I could rail against this situation, against the status quo, or I could move forward and just kind of stop having barriers and things come up that aren't necessary and move on and move forward. And it's on top of the arrow card. The arrow card is about setting goals and ultimately achieving those goals, being successful at achieving those goals. It is about sending and receiving messages. And it could represent falling in love, which is awesome because that would explain the calling your soulmate card. But that's a welcome balancing force to the negativity that may be going on. It's a lovely antidote. Setting goals is very important so you can get clear about your direction on where you're needing to go, where you're needing to move forward to, right? Where you're needing to shoot and aim for. Super important to spend about 20 minutes on a Saturday to do that. To sit down and write down your goals. Get clear on that. Your business goals, your life goals, your love goals, your family goals. Get clear on that. 53 is the iceberg card. And it's about obstacles. It is about hidden emotions. The darkness, so to speak. Self-exploration needed for sure. Problems may be bigger than you think, and they are. Because this conflict is something that continues to come up over and over again, this is something that needs to finally be addressed. Otherwise, there will be a repeat pattern in your life, and we know that you don't want that, so you need to deal with that. And you will. All right, outcome cards, and then we'll talk about love for a moment. The outcome card, 6 for devil. It says nasty habits, deceit, abuse, evil. That's what the devil card represents. I think this is having something to do with the love arena. So we'll get on into that in just a moment. We're just going to kind of look at it in the general sense. And then we're going to, let me just take a sip of my beverage. All right. We have 16 for storm, turbulent times, danger, troubled emotions. So yes, in the month of July, you're going to be dealing with some deception, some deceit going on in your love arena primarily. Could be also in your overall life arena. It's going to cause you some stormy emotions, some upset. And this is definitely maybe upset that carries on into August. But the reason why it has lasting effects is because this month for you, Capricorns, is some life lesson times for you. Nothing bad. It's just life lesson times. We all have them. I'm going through them. We all are, right? But this is just a month for that for you. We have 64, like I mentioned. It's, setting goals, achieving them, being successful, hitting your target, really. It's sending messages, receiving them. So, maybe someone's trying to set you up and you're getting messages about that. Or maybe you're getting messages about going out and that was part of your goal to start hanging out more with friends. And, that could be how you meet your potential new partner. And it, like it said, may represent falling in love. And what's cool is that the calling in your soulmate card has come up. So for July, for some of you, calling in your soulmate, actually your soulmate has like kind of rising up and making him or herself known. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. So again, you know, no more complaining about not having love. Now it's about surrendering to the magic of who you are, surrendering to miracles, writing down. If you're someone who needs to write down your affirmations, or, you know, if you're visual and you need to write them down, like I am, I write it down on colorful sticky notes and paste them on my bathroom mirror. Some of you are totally visual, where you have vision boards, and some of your audio, where you record your affirmations and you play them. Whatever you need to do it. So that way you can prepare and prime yourself for your soulmate, because your soulmate's right there waiting for you to realize and kind of shift your perception onto that which you're trying to manifest. For our coupled up ones, this is just confirmation that the person you're with has that soulmate energy about them. Yay! There's some falling in love going on for you guys, for those who are affected by this card. We have 42 for the cauldron. Cauldron is about magical times. You know, it's fertility, magical combinations, experimentation. For some of you, it is about this being a great time to conceive a baby, surrendering to the magic of your bodily systems. So if you're trying or wishing to try, you probably will very much fall pregnant. This is also a fertile time for Capricorns in terms of focusing on your dreams and starting to lay down the foundation by writing goals and then starting to build upon there and taking baby steps to get there, which is great, right? That's a wonderful thing. Number 7 is tooth. The tooth card says it's about losing something considered permanent, a difficult separation, or an illness. If it's an illness for you all right now, what I would suggest is that you, throughout the entire month of July, take your vitamins. Take your vitamin C. If you can't stomach taking a multivitamin, take your vitamin C, take your vitamin D, and your calcium to absorb the vitamin D. And try to get in some exercise, even if it's just 2 days a week. That's better than nothing. Try to get as much rest as you can and drink lots of fluids to help your body try to fight off anything that's trying to come. And if it does hit you, which this card kind of implies that it may, that it'll have a soft landing. This is also about losing something that felt permanent. Some of you could be facing losing your jobs. Some of you could be facing relationships coming to an end, but that doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. Sometimes jobs need to end in order to make room for a better job. Sometimes relationships need to end in order to make room for something better. Sometimes leases have to be broken. Places have to be moved out of in order to find your better home. So look at it in terms of that way. Now, let's get on to the love section. First up, let's look at deception. It says, someone is wearing a false self-mask in this relationship. So indeed, some of you who are just starting to date someone may be faced with some deception, some deceptive things going down. And Spirit is saying for you to pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So don't be blinded by a relationship. Don't be blinded by that. Don't be blinded by the need to have a relationship. If your intuition's picking up on things, and if you're constantly kind of feeling crummy and in a dark place when you're in a relationship with this person, that's a sign that you need to examine this relationship and that you need to consider ending it. And so these cards are pertaining to those who are just starting to date people, or maybe even those who are currently in relationships, established relationships, and deception is coming on and bringing on some stormy times. So just wanting to, bring that to your attention. Again, this is a forecast, if you will. Some of these energies may not be full on. While others, for others, it could be full on. It could be you find out your partner's cheating on you. It could be you find out that your boss has been interviewing people behind your back for your position. It could be something like that. But you will have the tools to rise above that and be the bigger person at the end of the day. All right, my Capricorns, I could go on and on with you. I'm sure you know. I wish you a very blessed and, as trying as it may be, a very peaceful July. Much love, many blessings. Hello, Aquarians. This is your July monthly Love, Life, and Abundance Oracle reading. And we will be working with the Dear Heart Oracle initially, and then the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle, the Power of Surrender Oracle, and the Romance and Abundance Angels Oracles by Doreen Virtue. All right, let's get started. We are looking at the overarching themes and energies for the month of July for Aquarians who are watching this video, or for when Aquarians are watching this video. We are looking at the overall energies for this month that they will be working with and working through. How are y'all doing? Let me know in the comments how life is going for you. I want to know. I want to hear. All right. What else is going on with Aquarians this month? What's going on, Spirit? Okay. Any other messages? Okay. 2. Oh, okay. All right. I usually stop after 3. Okay, so we've got cleanse. Growth, sir. Bishop, no. Ella? What? Can you come and get Bishop, please? And radiate. So cleanse, growth, and radiate. And what we're going to do this time is we're going to lay all the cards out on the table, and then I'll do a more in-depth reading. I'm just kind of taking in what's popping up for us here. All right, so next we're going to look at what do Aquarians need to surrender to live their best life or to manifest what they're trying to manifest in July. What do Aquarians who are watching this video need to surrender in July? What do they need to work on or surrender or let go in the month? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Make sure that we get some room, because sometimes these spreads can get quite expansive. All right. Next up, in terms of love for both our singled and coupled up Aquarians for the month of July, what's happening for them, and what advice do you have for the Aquarian Spirit? Thank you. What advice do you have? Okay. Interesting. So interesting. Okay. Thank you. Let's see if I can get this to fit. Oh, this light keeps going off over here. Just gotta I think the bulb is going out. And then finally, abundance. What's happening for Aquarians in the month of July, and what advice do you have, Spirit, for Aquarians on bringing more abundance into their life? Oh my goodness, clumsy. for Aquarians. What's happening? Okay. Anything else? Nice. Clearing debts and organize for success. Cool. And now for the Mildred Payne. We are going to do a 3-row, 3 to 5 cards per row spread to look at the month for Aquarians. So we have, what do Aquarians need to confront, or what will Aquarians be confronting in the month of July? What will be coming up for them throughout the month of July that they will be confronting, needing to face or deal with? What will be happening for our Aquarians? Okay. 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 Next up, what tools will Aquarians be using in the month of July to help them manifest what they wish to manifest, to help them deal with what they need to deal with? What tools will they be using? Will Aquarians be using? Or what tools should they be using if you wish to give advice? Oh, I don't know why I'm shuffling. What tools for July? Okay. So funny. And finally, what will happen? What are the outcome cards, or what's to manifest or come about in the month of July for Aquarians in love and life? Both single and couple. Okay. All right. Thank you, Spirit. All right. Nice. Thank you. So, I'm just taking it all in here for a moment. The overall energies that you'll be working with and working through, Aquarians, is cleanse, growth, and radiate. And these are powerful, beautiful energies to be working with in the month of July. Cleansing, actual, maybe physical cleanse, where maybe you are exercising again, or, sweating it out, getting, out those kind of toxins that way. Drinking lots of water, going on a cleanse, one of those health cleanses. Cleansing your home, really summer cleaning. Some people spring clean, maybe you are summer cleaning. Maybe clearing out your social media friends, and just cleansing, and cleansing who you're associating with, cleansing what kind of things you're putting in your body. There's a call for this for you, and there's an answer for it for you this month. So that's beautiful. As a result, there's growth. This also could be tears, emotional stuff being cleansed and coming up, because we have the healing family issues card that came up as well. So that's a beautiful thing to be able to have at hand, is to be able to cleanse. And you have a lot of growth happening in the month of July. As a result of cleansing, many things are going to start to blossom in your life. Many opportunities are going to start to grow finally. Love is going to grow for some of you. Some of you, business opportunities are going to grow. Your spiritual connection is going to grow. Your money, everything is just positioned to grow. And you are just radiating. People are attracted to the light that you are, Aquarius. So keep shining bright. Keep setting those goals and going after them. Keep being a light for others because they need it right now, and you are it. So shine bright. You've got a lot to be happy about. Some advice Spirit has is to surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Take a relaxing break and spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy there. So true. Sometimes just going to the park, taking your shoes off and putting your bare feet to the grass is so grounding. And just being in the natural world for just a few moments could just bring you so much peace and serenity and beauty. And it's necessary. It's just as necessary as getting a good night's sleep. So definitely, Aquarians, this is saying you will finally make that realization, but why not make that realization early in the month? It's only a gift to you. Surrender the drama. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. It could be related to family drama. It could be related to work drama. It could be politically charged, since we're going into a political season for some. It may not be you centrally involved, but I get a sense that it probably has something to do with family or co-worker situations, where sometimes co-workers and bosses kind of feel like family. And we'll talk more about the specifics of love and abundance as we go through the Mildred Payne, but I always like to kind of talk about those first. Excuse me. All right, so now let's look at the Mildred Payne for the monthly guidance here and what's happening. So we have the Hag card, like old hag, right? Fears, nightmares, bizarre or malicious encounters. So in July, in the beginning of the month, you're going to have some things kind of coming up that are stirring up your fears. You know, maybe some funerals to attend, not necessarily close relative, you know, or whatnot, but nightmares as a result of that. Some of you have fears surrounding your love life, fears surrounding your financial affairs, fears surrounding your business. So you're going to be facing that. This is in the position of what you will be confronting, what's coming up. And so I get a sense that you'll be fine. You'll be able to deal with it. But in the beginning of the month, it will kind of scare you. So Spirit is saying, don't worry about that. Go outside. Go to the natural world. Do a cleanse. You'll be cleansed by this. You'll be all right. It's going to be okay. And you will get that salve that you need on your soul. I'm confident of that because of the cards that are positioned around the hag. We have the 61 for foot. So like getting on the good foot, right? Being stable, having stability in your life, having balance, connection to earthly affairs. Like I said, getting grounded, getting rooted, connection to earthly affairs, kind of being, if you're a light worker, sometimes we get kind of caught in our heads and caught in the natural or the ethereal world. And we need to get back to getting grounded. Otherwise, our physical body starts to have issues when we're not so grounded in the present and here and now and in the earth, you know, with the earth. Our physical body needs us to be present. Our dreams need us to be present, you know. So it's very important to be present. But I get a sense you are going to be able to do that. You will be called to have stability. You will have stability. The cards all seem to suggest that. It's quite interesting. We have the Crow. Crow is about moving from place to place. Sometimes it could be an omen of bad news. Like I said, you might get word that you have to go attend some funerals, or someone's passed away, or someone's fallen ill. So you get some bad news that way. But usually when this card comes up for me in readings for other people, it's either dealing with someone that's going to be moving from place to place. A big move is on your mind for some Aquarians, not all Aquarians, but some. Some of you will be moving in terms of your career, moving from one like doing one duty maybe in your job to a new duty, moving from one department to another department, moving from one company to another company, or one job to another job, career to career. You'll be moving from place to place. Some of you will, like I said, be actually physically moving your home from a new place, or from one place to a new place. So that's usually what, when I see it with all the other stuff, I think that's what it's pertaining to. Although it also can pertain to some criminal activity. Maybe you or someone close to you is involved in some criminal activity. And this is the card that's saying surrender the drama. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. So that may be some advice to some of you who may be dealing with that. We have 37. 37 is the pentagram, I believe. Yes, pentagram. It's about keeping your humanity during this time, which our lovely Aquarians usually have no problem doing that. It's about the sum of a lifetime of choices. It's about material gains that are happening in the month of July for our Aquarians. Material gains, and I get this, like I said earlier, about growth, perhaps financially. It says clearing debts. Your self-care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional debts from your life. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future ones as well. So some of you will be actively going to making a budget this month in July. I know I am, and that I'm Aquarian. I am an Aquarius. So setting up a budget and making a realistic budget, of course, but making a plan to pay off debts, making a financial plan to have some real financial goals that are probably very attainable. You just never really had a chance to sit down and really handle your finances and affairs. But this month is calling for that. It's a calling for a cleansing of your debts, cleansing of your budget, finally cleansing of your financial house. And there's growth there. It's going to be like almost automatic. Like you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I've had so many opportunities to make and save money, and now I'm really moving towards that. The reason I know that to be true about like the budget and planning and financial planning is because of the Organize for Success card is sitting next to the Clearing Debts card. It says, do not let the word organize intimidate you, as it is simply a way for you to ensure clarity of purpose. Organizing your thoughts, your reports, your living and workspace, and your finances will help you know and plan your next action steps. It's exactly what I was just talking about. So it's a powerful time for you to really manifest some beautiful big things for your future Aquarians. So be very encouraged by that. Let's move into the tools position. We have Factory. Factory for the tool position is always about hard work, about being industrious, about bringing ideas into reality, about manifesting your goals that you set, about, organizing your goals finally and manifesting them and making them happen and doing the hard work. Aquarians, you have been a hard working fool over the past few months, and July will be no exception. Spirit is saying, I know sometimes you get tired. I know sometimes you want to be lazy, but now is not the time to be lazy. Now is not the time to procrastinate. Now is not the time to sit on your laurels. It is time to bust butt and do your hard work in your work life, in your physical life, where you need to start exercising, in your, business affairs, if you're starting a new business, all of that. Time to put in the hard work, and it will pay off. Another tool is 66 for the antidote. A welcome remedy to a toxic problem, a cure, a balancing force against negativity. So a balancing force against negativity, surrendering the drama. So that's the cure. That's what helps the toxic situation kind of simmer down, whatever this toxic situation you've got going on. So it's saying here that, what will bring stability back to whatever this drama is by you not getting emotionally charged surrounding it, you remaining calm and don't contribute to the drama, staying centered, doing whatever you need to stay centered, will help resolve the issue quickly. So that is the medicine for you. So when you find yourself in a situation where it's kind of drama filled next month, just come back to this video, come back to this point, and you will see the medicine that you have at your disposal that you are going to realize. You're realizing it now in the first part of July. You're going to come back and realize it again, and you're going to see the growth in yourself, and you're going to be quite pleased with yourself and how you handle this situation. Will. We have the Will card. Will is about progress, right? It's about venturing into one's destiny. It also is about travel for some of you. So some of you will be finding yourself traveling quite a bit in July. And some of you will be realizing and reflecting on the fact that you've come around full circle, like I've been talking about, like the growth card is suggesting. You have Aquarians. You have come full circle in some areas of your life. And it's really beautiful to see that to see that manifest. It is about progress. So again, looking at your life, this is a month about setting your goals, looking at your future, and really being honest about how you want your future to look a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10, 20 years from now, and really getting clear on that. And of course, the fundamentals are going to change. That's why you shouldn't worry so much about the details when you're manifesting, about like, oh, it has to be this down to like, the kind of pillows you're going to have on your couch when you move to a new country. It doesn't have to be that specific. When you're manifesting, you really want to more so focus on how you want to feel after you get what you desire to manifest. If it's to be a writer and to publish a book, what would that feel like? And then you don't have to get mired in the hows that's going to happen necessarily. You just focus on the what and doing the hard work to get it, So, yeah, progress, coming full circle and understanding the cycle of manifestation and really applying those theories and really making it work and manifest in your life. 44 is octopus. Octopus is about, at times it can be about greed or entanglement, but since it's in the tool position, it's primarily about multitasking. You'll be doing a lot of multitasking in the month of July. That will be a tool for you. Some people will say it's advisable not to multitask, to focus on one thing at a time, but really and truly, you just don't have the luxury to do that. You're going to be if you're someone like me who has a full-time job and also starting a business on the side with a family, it is a huge undertaking and you really have to multitask. And some things are not going to be that, that great. Like what I'm trying to say is some things will fall by the wayside and you gotta have to let that guilt go about that because you're trying to manifest a bigger life here. So you're using your high intelligence because octopuses, I'm told, are very intelligent, and you are multitasking to get some things accomplished, some big things accomplished this month. Now, let's look at the outcome cards, and then that'll lead us into the love portion. So in the outcome position for July, we have ladder. Ladder is about high achievements, about overcoming obstacles and stepping up in life. So all this, first you had your fears to overcome, in surrounding maybe your business or your work life or your career. And then you do the hard work throughout the month. And then in the end, you're recognized for your hard work by your bosses. Maybe they give you a bonus, or maybe they reward you by offering you a promotion, or just giving you a lot of accolades or a lot of perks. Some of you will start to see more clients coming in if you have a service-oriented business or where you sell products. You're going to start to sell more products because you've been doing the hard work. If you're a creative type and you have, maybe you're putting out more music, you're booking more shows or booking more art exhibits, or maybe you finally finished that first draft. High achievements in the month of July, radiating growth, cleansing. All of this is just creating such a beautiful life here. We have 24 for Mirror. Mirror is about self-reflection. It's about reevaluating your perceptions. And yes, it can be about vanity. But overall, Aquarians, I get a sense that when the month is coming to an end in July, you're going to have a lot to self-reflect on. And it's going to be good because you are able to now see things quite differently than you would have before, like say last month or even at the top of the month. There's going to be, again, some realizations for you and reevaluating of your perceptions about certain situations and certain people. 56 is Axe. And the Axe card is about, yes, you will be facing some conflicts or some disputes, even some estrangement, but you will be cutting something or someone down to size. And ultimately on the other side of conflict is progress. So you will be making some progress after the conflict with, say, a female here. We have, perhaps it could be a female friend, it could be a sister, it could be a daughter, it could be a lover, it could be a wife, a mother, some strange lady who's a customer, you don't know. But in the end, you're going to be the one who gets the upper hand in the conflict, but not for the reasons you think. At the onset of the month, it's going to be because you acted as the bigger person and you were able to, with your beautiful cutting words that only Aquarians really truly have, is you'll be able to cut them down to size, whatever this situation is going on here. Let's take a look at love. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. And then we have let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. And so again, it's like surrendering that drama, the drama that's going on. And for our coupled up, let's talk about our coupled up Aquarians first. Healing family issues. Perhaps, like I said, if you have to go to funerals or if you have to be around family this month, it's going to really call you to look at the family dynamics and see where you fit in, and your partner's going to kind of be bearing witness to this and seeing you go through this, and it will actually bring you closer as you heal the family issues that have been kind of haunting you, but maybe you didn't realize it was. Maybe it was more on a subconscious level. As you start to heal that, your partner sees that, witnesses that, and gets closer to you as you kind of, heal that area in your life. It brings some closure, some beautiful closure for you. For our singles who are dealing with healing with family issues, this can only help you. Spirit is saying, as advice for our single ones, is that if you really want a successful next relationship, you should really consider, Aquarians, taking some time to just attend a couple of therapy sessions where you're able to really work out and dig up some of those family issues. And once you're able to do that, you may end up having to confront some people or confront some things, but you'll do so coming from a place of compassion and maturity and growth. But it's necessary, and it will basically happen whether you really are trying to make it happen or not. So try to make this process easier for yourself. And then letting go of control issues. For our single Aquarians, you can't control every single aspect of your dating life as much as you would like to. You can't control when this person or that person's going to ask you out, or when you're really going to meet this next person, or when someone's ready to move forward in the relationship. You can't control that, so you need to stop trying to. It's causing problems in your love life. And people will pick up on that and kind of steer clear from you. So you need to recognize that in yourself and kind of simmer it down. Simmer it on down. It's not necessary. Life is easier when you let go of the control issues. And in terms of those who are in a relationship, who are coupled up, you or your partner, I get a sense though it's you, since this reading is towards you, but it could be a minority group of Aquarians who this is pertaining to, a partner who appears to have control issues and needs to let go of control issues. But I really get a sense that it's you, and you need to let them go. And you do need to let this situation unfold naturally. Whatever that conflict is that's going on, you need to let it go in the most mature fashion, and things will come about and move beautifully. Finally, with the Girl card, at the end of the month, you will definitely have, it'll be kind of different from the beginning of the month. It'll really contrast. I mean, literally, right? It literally contrasts from one end of the month to the other. One end, you're kind of dealing with fears like, is my business really going to be a success? It's like no sales happening, nothing's happening. To, wow, I'm radiating innocence. I've got carefree thoughts. I've got youthful emotions. I feel good. I'm radiating. I don't even know. Everything is working out for the best. I've cleared some debts. I've organized for success and created a real great financial plan to achieve my goals. Things are really unfolding, and I'm radiating light and love. So it is a beautiful time, Aquarians, for you. So go off, manifest, have a beautiful life, get over those fears. Don't let them hold you back. So much love, many blessings to you, and have a blessed July. I'll see you all in the next video. Hi Pisces, we are doing your July monthly love, life, and abundance reading, oracle reading. We're going to first start off with the Dear Heart Oracle. We're going to look at the overall overarching energies and themes you'll be working with in the month of July. Spirit, what will Pisces be facing? What energies will they be working through? What's the energy forecast for July for Pisces? What's going on? Okay. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Any other messages? 3. Well, I want just one more, please. 3, 2. Okay, thank you. Okay, interesting. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to lay out all the tables on the, or all the cards, excuse me, not all the tables, all the cards on the table, and then do the reading. We have darkness. We have creativity. And secrets. Secrets. What's going on with you now, Pisces, my friends? What do you got going on? We want to know. All right. What do Pisces need to surrender to live their best life in July? What do they need to let go of? Okay, I like that. Any other messages of surrender for Pisces for July? 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's it. It's nice. All right. And for abundance, what's the forecast for abundance for Pisces in July? And what advice do you have for Pisces? Oh. Okay. All right, and then finally, we're going to look at the romance angels for love advice. So, Spirit, for our singled and coupled up Pisces, single or coupled up Pisces for the month of July, what's happening, what's in the forecast for them, and what advice do you have for Pisces? Okay, any other messages? Okay, and then, oops, sorry for hitting the camera. And then, last but not least, the Mildred Payne Secret Pocket Oracle. We're going to do 3 rows of 3 to 5 cards per row to look at the month for you Pisces peoples. All right, Spirit, the first question we are asking, what do Pisces need to confront, or what will Pisces be confronting in the month of July? What will be coming up for them, or what will they be facing in the month of July? Interesting. Well, I'm encouraged by that then, because this explains the darkness. All right, next up, what tools will Pisces be utilizing in the month of July to help them navigate their life? What will they be using? What will be at their disposal? What can they call upon? We want our Pisces friends to live their best life. So what tools? Okay. And then finally, what are the outcome cards for Pisces in the month of July in life, love, and abundance? What is the outcome? Lovely. Okay. And I just need to place it. Sorry. Drives me crazy. Need my candle going. Okay. Let's get started. All right. So, first card that came up for Pisces was darkness, creativity, and secrets. So this is interesting, right? I mean, at first I was like, darkness, And darkness isn't always about being in a bad place. Sometimes darkness is about going hermit mode, going within, having some spiritual moments within yourself. and for yourself and by yourself. Darkness is sometimes necessary in order to be able to grow and to move forward and to have progress in life. And so perhaps this is a nice cocooning time for you, where you're able to have some creative moments, where you're able to start plotting out your life and just playing. If you're into painting, some of you are finding yourselves dabbling back into painting again, or dabbling into other positive activities that you're enjoying doing. And so it's because though you had to get to this place, and no matter how you end up getting to the place of darkness, be grateful for it, because it is here to heal and to help and to allow space for creativity. Some of you will be affected by secrets, whether you are either keeping secrets from someone, or someone's keeping secrets from you, or secrets are now being spilled out, either on the greater, like in your community, or it could be something at work, or it could be a secret being revealed between you and an ex, or you and a partner. But secrets, either just being bottled up or just going to be revealed in the month of July. Surrender to effortlessness is the advice card here for the month of July. Stop pushing so hard, Pisces. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. So where in your life are you doing that? And you don't want the universe to force you in a situation where you have to be effortless because you're in the hospital, or because you are depressed. You need to be ahead of that and anticipate that. And I'll talk to you more about that with this portion of the reading here. Let's get on into the Mildred Paynes. We have foot. So foot with the Mildred Payne is about stability. It's about balance. It's about connection to earthly affairs. So for some of you, with the foot card coming up as something you're confronting, you're finally confronting the instability in your life, the areas in your life where you didn't feel like you had sure footing. Now you want to feel that you're on solid ground. You're ready to finally face your financial fears. Maybe some of you have run up like credit card debt or other debts, and you just haven't paid attention to what's owed. But now you're ready to face your financial fears. It says here, when you are honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you'll realize that you, in fact, have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released these self-doubts. So you've got to finally start to face them, like face that fear that you may not be able to take care of yourself or your child or yourself and your family, or that, it's risky to try to start a business when you had a good paying job somewhere else, so being able to face your financial fears is awesome. It helps you to reveal the secrets that may have been binding you. Some of you have bad credit, and that's felt like an awful secret to you. But it's time to surrender to effortlessness and to be open about who you are, to be authentic. Because now you see here, there's some throat chakra energy issues here for this person by holding secrets in. Don't be that person that is constantly holding in things, and things get bottled up, and then illnesses start to happen. It says here to detox your friendships. Your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending time. So be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. So we'll look more into that in a moment. I don't see anything glaring here that stands out, but it is important to make sure that the people around you are like of positive minded people who want to manifest better and bigger things, and who are actually speaking words of affirmation, of positive words, speaking beautiful things into existence, and as opposed to being around negative Nellies all the time. that's not going to help you. It's only going to hurt you. So you have to love your friends from afar and detox them for a while as you start to work on manifesting the life of your dreams. Wow. So we have 39 for Broom. Broom is about getting a situation in order, domestic duties, and for some it can mean an erotic encounter. So for some of you in the month of July, in particular in the beginning part, Pisces, you'll be getting it on. You'll be having some moments, sensual moments going on. So that's exciting. Whether you're in a relationship or not, yay. So that's for some Pisces here. But it is also about getting some things in order, finally facing your financial fears, finally detoxing friendships, and letting go of people who hold secrets from you or spill your secrets. Regardless, secrets is going to be impacting your life, and you'll be getting this particular situation in order. And the advice in that is to surrender to the effortlessness. You have the Orbiculum card. The Orbiculum is about sudden insights. It's about prophetic glimpses into the future, and it's about searching for answers. So, and this is next to the secret knowledge card. Again, secret knowledge, something being revealed to you, something coming to the light, crystallizing here and becoming very clear. What is that? What is coming up to the fore? Secret emotions, maybe some of you who are, have platonic relationships with someone, a friend who for the longest time you thought you would never have any kind of feelings for it. Now you finally find yourself having feelings for this person. So it's, sudden insights, secrets that you have to spill out to this new potential lover. Or perhaps it's the opposite. This person is now spilling this to you. Heart-to-heart conversations will be happening in the month of July. It says, honestly discuss your feelings with each other and calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And then engagement. This is a nice surprise, right? A nice secret. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So for some of you in the love arena, I get a sense that, after having for you, those who are in a new kind of relationship, after you have a heart-to-heart conversation, because you've come to a realization and you believe that the person you fall in love with, you both have come to the conclusions that one another, you or that person, is each other's soulmate. And it's a beautiful thing. Your relationship grows, it ascends to a higher place. For some, engagement. For others, just being in a committed relationship together. It's taking the level of engagement to the next level. Ascending, your love life is ascending. For those who are in a committed relationship, having those heart-to-heart conversations with your soulmate, it's just, your soulmate needs it, you need it. So it's happening. It's finally happening. There's going to be some things that come up that surprise you, that were secrets in your mind. But in the end, it's going to bring you guys closer. These secrets that your partner is going to reveal to you. The secret knowledge. Again, for some of you, it could be the secret knowledge of this is your soulmate and they are proposing marriage to you. You are going to get engaged. It could be a positive secret, Pisces. It doesn't always have to be a negative secret. Although it is on top of the detox your friendships card. So again, I still get a sense that some of your folks ain't really your folks or your fam. So just be mindful of that. All right. So tools. 17 is for fire. Tools that you have at your disposal. Fire, passion, creativity, consuming emotions at times. And if left out of check, utter destruction. So tools that you have at your disposal is passion, fueling the fire inside of you. Creativity. What is that fire? What is that burning? Where can you have progress in your life where you can turn your passion, your creativity, your fire, progress it into something more, where it becomes a gift in your life and a gift to other people's lives, where you are able to call upon your intuition, where you're able to resurrect and be anew. You know, it's you being independent, striking out on your own. This is important. It starts here. It starts with the creativity. It starts with a hobby that turns into a full-on passion, that turns into something you now can market and do something with. That is progress. The 59 card is the gift card. And the gift card, or ribbon, I call it gift. It's about happy times. So keeping your happy, maintaining your happy. It's about celebrating. So you've got a lot to celebrate, Pisces. You do. 22 is about your intuition, following your intuition. So in the tool position with the black cat is always able to navigate situations by listening to all of its senses, including its intuition. So this month you're called to really listen in on that. It'll help you to know when it's time to have those heart-to-heart conversations, and when it's time to reveal secrets and when it's time to not reveal secrets. It will tell you how to live your most effortless life by listening, by knowing what to listen to and when to listen. We have 68 for shovel. This is in the position of the outcome cards, about digging up some things, going deeper, and digging up things that were buried deep, but now you've pulled them out and now you're able to examine them. Secrets being revealed. Also for those, it could be secrets revealed in a positive way. It is sitting next to the 53, which is the iceberg card. The iceberg card is about obstacles. It is about hidden emotions. Self-exploration is needed for sure. That cocooning darkness time. Problem may be bigger than you think. And so if you don't have this darkness time, what will start to happen as far as the energies goes, you will start to feel very resentful, negative, unhappy, at times just not well mentally. And that's not a good place to be. At least with this darkness, this is with darkness with purpose. Darkness with purpose. It is darkness with cocooning time now for yourself. You need this. You need to go deep. You need to deep dive and see what's going on here. And you will. These cards show you very much will. The deep diving could be really pertaining to facing your financial fears. It could be finally laying it all on the line to your lover and saying, I really need to move up in a sense in the next level in our relationship, or I'm moving on. And then your partner rides into the occasion. And all you have to do is have a heart-to-heart conversation, because you surrendered, you chose to surrender to the effortlessness. That is the key to the success of your life. The key card is about freedom. It also could be about imprisonment, depending on your state of mind about the situation, right? About your life. It's about resolving a mystery. Secrets revealed again. Something coming about, something coming up. It's also about keeping something safe. See? Detoxing your friendships will help keep your heart space safe and your time free of things you really want to be doing, especially while you're cocooning. You don't have a lot of energy or time for foolishness or energy. Finally, we have the 7 card. Tooth. The Tooth card is about losing something considered permanent, a difficult separation or an illness. So, unfortunately, in the month of July, sure, you're going to start on a good foot, solid, stable, feeling self-assured, ready to move forward. But by the end of the month, you're going to maybe have like a cold or some sort of bug. You may not be feeling your best. Maybe you're feeling a little down. Others, the Tooth card is about losing something considered permanent. You know, maybe getting laid off from a job or a relationship coming to an end. Doubtful about the relationship coming to an end. But certainly detoxing friendships. Somebody in your life is kind of turning toxic to the point where you're like, I can't even be around this anymore. It's bringing me down. It's depressing me. And you thought that you guys were going to be friends forever because you guys were friends forever, but now you're having to detox that friendship and now you're having to let that go. So that could be what also is coming up here. It's not all bad though. It's necessary to sometimes have to surrender and release people who are no longer in alignment with you and where you're trying to go. Right? So that's what's happening. I get a good vibe for your love life, Pisces. You know, you're this close, my single ones, to being, you know, ready to meet that partner. And it could very well happen in July, although I get a stronger sense it's going to happen in August. You have some work to do in terms of preparing for your soulmate or the calling of your soulmate. You need to have heart-to-heart conversations with yourself. You need to journal, and you need to finally kind of resurrect and dig up some of those old angst and issues you had from prior relationships and finally put them to bed so they don't come and haunt your current relationships or future relationships, so you can have a quick ascension if you so choose with your new partner. Okay? Much love. So many blessings to you, Pisces. I wish you a very blessed and abundant and love-filled July. And I thank you all so much for watching. It's such a pleasure doing these readings for you. I enjoy it thoroughly. But of course, they are general readings. So if you want something much more specific to your situation and what you're going through, definitely head on over to abundantlifetarot.com. Check out the book or reading section, and you will be able to find some readings that will be probably very tailor-made to you. Anyways, much love, so much love. Bye.